That's the way to start out with a good old That was close. You wouldn't even imagine the 500 different things I try to get done in the last 10 seconds before going live. It's full of excitement. It's full of fun. It's another case of the Mondays. It's true. Gesundheit. Such a weirdo, I know, but I don't care. Whatever. I don't always make sense, but when I do, it makes extra sense. Or something. A good old clearing of the throat is in order. Welcome in, everybody. Wow, 11 people in here
just
already.
Pouring in here. I can't keep up typing. Oh my goodness.
That's awesome. If any of you saw our little pop-up gremlin test that we did a few days back, we finally figured out how to make this work. Ended up being a browser thing.
Of all things.
There's some kind of settings in the browser, the internet browser I was using for StreamYard, and it did not like my camera settings at all. Ooh, look at that. It's a big belly. I'm going to work on that. In the meantime, it is Monday, and I'd like to know if we're way too loud. Can you hear us? Audio-visual check would be nice. You know what? Someday I'll be so professional I won't need that. I'll just be confident knowing that it's going to work.
Well, with the issues we've been experiencing, we need to ask.
Yeah. It's always polite to ask. Instead of carrying on and on like a weirdo. Like that. Something just happened. Whatever. Anyways, it's Monday. How's y'all Mondays? I had to work today. Katie did not.
Nope.
I used to not have to work on a Monday, but now I do. As you can see behind us, we got a new 55-gallon tank set up. It is actually filled full of water that I have to take out of there. Unfortunately. Because it's completely filled. We did a leak test on it. Mm-hmm. It's not leaking. It's good. But to put the sand in there and the substrate and whatnot, it's just best to get the water out of there. So we're going to do a little bit of that tonight. We're going to show you us playing around with that and keep up with the chat the best that we can. And hopefully Katie can be more in charge of that.
I usually am. You're the one that's bad about it.
I know. I just want you to vocalize it a little more. Like, hey, so-and-so said this. So-and-so. Is there anyone in the chat right now named so-and-so? If you are, I'm willing to bet that you are from an Asian country. I just think that sounds more like an Asian name. But if I was going to have another child, which kind of getting up there, maybe I would consider it. I would think about maybe naming them so-and-so. I might be the king of nonsense. I strive to be. You know, I'm going to switch some stuff around on the computer so I can see some of the comments as well.
Foxy was asking how the weather was up here today, and
my
I let her know we got almost 2 inches of rain in less than a half an hour today.
Well, in like 5-minute spurts.
No, the last storm.
Well, it was so weird. It was like super sunny, and then thunderstorms, and then super sunny, thunderstorms, over and over again. And when it rained, it was like torrential downpour. We're in northern Wisconsin, and for some reason today, We are living in a rainforest.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's
The
super hot out.
humidity and the sun was really hot, and
Yeah, we got the door open. We got these new mosquito net things off of a well-known Chinese online retailer. It's called Timo. Anyways,
what was that? I didn't hear you.
you don't. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
They've been around for years. Those magnetic screens. You walk out. Man, I tell you what. I've done construction. I used to work construction. You think stapling up a magnetic curtain would be easy? It's not.
There is a science to it.
There's got to be.
Well, you were trying to be too perfect.
Well, it came with instructions.
You didn't read them.
No, you can't read them.
Oh,
Because
not
they're
in English.
little tiny faded
Oh, those little drawing
drawings.
pictures.
It looked like they had, which is kind of sweet. If it was the fact that they let their kids draw those pictures,
Yeah,
that's sweet. But if it was an adult that made them,
right. They were drawn in crayon.
it doesn't matter. We bought 3 of them, so something's got to be working right for them, right? Yeah, they were drawn in crayon, and they were very basic, and they were very small. Like they were photocopied 100 times and then shrunk down to less than an inch square,
Yeah.
and that was the instructions. I think I threw out everything, didn't we?
Yeah, they went in the garbage can last night outside.
Otherwise, I would show it. So they were useless. There is probably a science to it. But I'll tell you this from experience. If you get a magnetic curtain, screen protector thing, you can't even see it in this shot.
You have your phone to show them.
Okay, let's show them. I'll show them.
That was the whole reason you hooked up your
Anyways,
phone.
what I was going to say is that if you get them, don't make them taunt.
Yeah, don't think you're
Not
doing it
super nice and
perfect.
tight.
They have to have a lot of slack in order for the gravity for the magnets to close them shut.
Yeah. And that was my issue. But here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's put the shaky cam up on here. Add the stage. Welcome, shaky cam. Let's get him up on the main view. God, it's really shaky.
I told you have to be dramatic of going in and out, and then it'll shut better. Not diva dramatic, just a little bit more harsh of a out the door presence. We bought one for the greenhouse and the 2 entrance doors to the garage. So that when the temperatures get much warmer outside, we can draw air in and circulate it better. So
Yeah. What she said.
where we ordered them from, they're made for the 36-inch doors. There's 3 different choices. The ones that we ordered, I believe, are like $10 or $11 a piece.
You can kind of hear the birds through there.
Mm-hmm.
This Blue Jays, I'm sure. Oh my goodness. It's warm in here, so I'm going to have a beverage. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah, that is way cheaper than I've found them at other
Vintage.
places. They're a little more lightweight than the ones of the As Seen on TV, but they work just fine.
It's not bad. That one in particular was sewed weird. It's not as overlapped at the top, so there's a
Well,
bit of a gap.
you can fix it. I haven't noticed any bugs coming in.
Okay, this is turned into a review. Stay tuned for our video review of the Temu's mosquito screen door thing.
I think the most awkward part using them, I found out if you're in a hurry to try and get to a door that's actually shut behind one of them, is opening them to get inside.
Yeah, if the door is already shut. That and our entry doors here are steel, and
Yeah.
magnets stick to steel.
Yeah, so then the curtains get caught. But if as long as you're going slow and paying attention.
Yeah, like Katie said, you gotta make a dramatic entrances through the door every time, and you gotta shake your head. I'm really good at that, but
Shake your head.
well, like I got
Oh,
hair.
like you have hair. Wave it in the air.
Yeah.
Like a Pantene commercial.
Shake my hair back and forth. Name some of the people that are in here tonight.
We have Jamie.
She was the first one in here, huh?
Yep. And we have J-Rock. We have Jeff Pelham. We have Something Fishy. We have Jeff Kane. We have Curtis from Skull Aquatics. Foxy's Fishes. Vibes. Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo. We also have Alex from Fathom Aquatics. Looks like we're in chat too, so count us.
We're in chat?
Well, I've been typing.
Oh my goodness, we're in chat.
I'm trying not to forget it. Oh, Aquarium Fantasy, if I haven't said so already. New local Austin's in here. Yeah. Elfish is in here. Shady Grady's in here. Benjamin Peters is in here.
Benjamin. Good to see you, buddy.
I think I've gotten everybody. If I missed somebody, I didn't do it on purpose. I apologize.
I know we haven't spent the money or whatever to get on the Fish Fam thing to support Patreon or whatever it is. I haven't looked into it, to be honest. I'm not playing it off like it's not important. Honestly, I just come off as a jerk sometimes when I talk. I haven't looked into it.
You do.
So I know that if you support monetarily wise to Fish Fam, you can actually look at a list of everyone that's in there and then read them off,
June's in here
which
now.
is nice. Hello, June. So, anyway, so what's going on with this 55-gallon tank, Kitty?
Well, you said you were going to drain it.
We are going to drain it. Oh, I should know, maybe I need to add that. Hey, that's what my earbuds in the back part of the wall looks like.
Well, I tried to
Take
tell
that
you.
off first, and I'll get that set up. And Katie's going to talk to you about how wonderful everything is.
What do you mean, everything?
Everything.
Oh. Jake had to work and I didn't. Are you going to drain that now?
Yeah, I gotta do something.
Are you draining it into the pond?
Well, I'm going to put sand in there first.
Okay. Does anybody want to take a bet on how many bags of 0.75 cubic feet play sand we're going to need to cover approximately 3 inches deep in that 110? No cheating on Google.
Everything is cheating.
Do you have approximate dimensions on that, or should we just make them guess?
Well, on this?
Yeah. Benjamin says 6. June says 4. Jimmy P's here. Hi, Jimmy.
Jimmy P? There you go.
Okay. New Local Austin says 3.
3 bags.
Yep. Aquarium Fantasy says 4.
Put like my hand in there is like it's 110 gallons.
My guess, in order, because you wanted the sand to weight down that spool, correct?
Yeah, so I was thinking 3 inches.
That's what I said, about 3 inches approximately deep in order to
That
keep.
calcium line.
Well, it's a little bit higher than that. So I'm thinking 6. That's what I told you to buy. We'll see if I'm right. We're doing 3 inches deep.
That means I got to haul
See,
bags
Jeff
of
agrees
sand.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to haul bags of sand now.
You know what you do?
It's warm. What?
You go get the wagon out of the greenhouse
Oh,
and put them in the wagon.
you just want me to leave for a while.
No. Work smart, not hard. Stephen P's in here. Stephen P. We're discussing on how many bags of 0.75 cubic feet play sand to go 3 inches deep in that 110 you're seeing here side by side. There's guess of 3, 4, 6. 8. And let me see if I missed one. I thought there was another guess in here. Yeah, 3, 4, 6, and 8 are so far the guesses for how many bags. Jake's going to do all the grunt work. As he should, right? Foxy, we were going to do pool sand, but the girls are used to the play sand. If 5's vacant, you'll guess 5. You're sure you're not going to guess 91 now?
I could say, please don't judge us, but, hey, judge us. We're going to use common play sand. I'm not even going to rinse it.
It's pre-washed. But you know what pre-washed means in the whole for sale scheme. Aw, thanks, Foxy.
Oh, my knife. Knife. Oh, my knife's go.
Oh, Vibe says that's so common.
Thank you.
That looks like... Oh, never mind. I was going to say it looks like we got shorted sand in that bag.
I got to use the blade. Katie didn't take it away from me.
Yet. Yeah, I know, Curtis. I'm supervising him, so hopefully he won't do anything to cause blood. This is a PG format here, not rated R. Alex says play sand actually has a decent color and texture to it, and you can get a slightly more natural look for 5 times less the cost. Especially at my discount.
Helps if get someone that works at a hardware store.
Curtis says, are we guessing how much he spills or how much he gets in the tub? Well, so far, so good. Out of 2 bags. We'll see by the end. Hopefully not a whole lot, because that's going to be a mess. Yeah, we get a pretty decent discount as long as the markup is high enough to give us a discount at the hardware store. So we basically just shop here in town before we go to a big box store because it's about the same price versus driving 30 miles to get it at Menards or something like that. The only time we usually go to Menards or another big box store somewhat near to us is if we can't get it at my store. So
Nothing. I gotta use my hands. I gotta use my bare hands.
there's gloves up there. Goodness sakes. Okay, so you did 3 bags, right? Yes.
Ooh, that's only 2.
2? Is that your 3rd bag on the floor then?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Jimmy, it's high to mid 70s or mid to high 70s, but it's very, very humid here. We've had thunderstorms at least 4 or 5 times today. Different bursts of storm systems would come up out of nowhere, and the last one was almost 2 inches of rain within less than half an hour. Jake's daughter Emily got stuck coming home from somewhere, and before they could make it into from the car to the deck, it just let loose and they were soaked, so they just stayed outside and played in the rain.
Hope I don't get sand in my beer.
I thought you were going to say something else, sorry. It wasn't terrible. But the thunder and the lightning just shook the whole house. When you're not expecting something to pop up like that, and you're asleep, it'll wake you up rather quick. Yeah, it's Jake's sandbox. At least the cats won't be pooping in this sandbox.
But I will. Yeah, that's 2 bags.
Jimmy, we're supposed to see high 80s, 90s next weekend, and high humidity. So,
2 bags. That's 2 bags.
yep, that's 2 bags. How many inches?
Well, it's hard to tell because it's not completely even, but about 2 inches.
2 inches at 2 bags.
About.
Let's just say about 1.5 inches. Because I don't think you have it even.
You telling me I don't know what 2 inches looks like?
Wow. Yeah, I think pretty much everywhere in the United States is pretty humid right now, especially with the hurricane storm going through and all that air coming up in the jet stream. Oh, Jimmy, if it's a dry heat, I wouldn't be complaining. Humidity makes everything much worse.
Hi. We're live streaming. How is Mackenzie landing? Nice. Put the sand in the
Yep, dry roasted.
Emily just got home and I was saying hi.
I think I'm missing some people that are popping in here.
I do need something to make it easier to
Hey, Garcia. Glad you can make it.
level it out.
Yeah, that's right, June. Why else did they say measure twice, cut once? Where's your little pail and shovel?
Very funny. You know I lost it on the beach the other day.
Did a little kid steal your pail and shovel from you?
Yeah. The big bully kicked sand in my face.
Nope, sorry, Vibes. It's going to be for extra plant holding in that tank. And then when fall comes, the other goldfish are going to go back in there. June says you need more sand in the back. And Mike Shady Grady says you need a little rake.
Plexiglass works.
Where's your little bulldozer?
That got stolen too.
Vibes wants to know where's the beach towel, flip flops, shades, sunscreen, toys, snacks, and good music.
I have flip flops on.
He's got his flip flops on, so he's kind of there.
I can't reach over there without showing you my butt. My butt crack showing.
I can't see it.
You want it to be?
Oh, Eduardo says that's not even the least 2 inches thick. You're going to need 8 bags total. Oh, Curtis goes, the Kraken, LOL.
Release the Kraken! I took my whole finger.
Well, that sounds really cool, Alex.
Here, we'll do it the official way.
Why don't you just find a ruler and then measure in multiple spots and take the average?
Can you see that at all? That is 2 3/4. Two and a half.
So you're thinking, how many more bags?
Oh, I've got 3 more. I only used 3.
Okay.
Should I put 1 more in there?
Yeah. We're aiming for 3 inches, not anything less.
And I'm extremely grateful for that, honey.
Shady goes, ha, 3.5 bags.
We'll put in 4.
Hey, Peplin, how are you doing? So it sounds like Jake's going to put in 4 total. That blade is going to be so dull by the time you're done.
That's right, I bought another, 24 pack of these off Temu for, $3, so we're fine.
Bye, Garcia. Thanks for popping in. How can you kneel on that cement?
Adrenaline.
Now, I think it might settle once you put the water in there.
We gotta have some sand for the tank. Are we gonna use the pool filter sand?
I want to do pool filter sand in the 55. The stock tank is fine with play sand.
Fine. One more bag.
Hey, Dirty Tank. Thanks for coming. Hey, Nathan.
That's 4 bags.
Hey, Pond Front. If you're just getting here, we kind of had a mini contest. No prizes, just a pride that you get the right answer type of thing. Of how many...
Katie make me do manual labor, that's your prize.
How many 0.75 cubic feet bags of play sand to make 3 inches in a 110 stock tank? And we had guesses of 3, 4, 6, 5, 8, and then a couple half bags.
Half bags.
Yeah, I think Shady had mentioned 3.5, or Eduardo.
This one's drier than the rest.
Was it on the bottom? Is that why it's so much more drier?
That one was on the top of the stack. There's one bag left outside.
Oh, Curtis says you should have done this in the winter so we could watch Jake carry buckets. Ooh, the look. Oh, you don't have... Oh, Nathan says 6 3/4 bags. Pond Front says 5. And Jimmy said he didn't come here to think. That's okay. You don't have to. Dirty Tank says 6.5.
Keep pulling up my pants and we get sand in my crack.
Goodness sakes. Doesn't have to be perfect.
Yes, it does.
Now, when you drain it, are you gonna have?
Fish keepers ain't only tinted.
Now, when you drain it, Jake, are you gonna have the water come down on the spool and then into the dirt to act as a plate?
Yep.
Okay. We're at 4. Shady Grady says, aren't you past 3 inches by now?
Oh, yeah. That's 4 inches. I'm not holding it over the board because it's sand.
You can see it on camera.
Could have stopped at 3.
It would be 3.5, but then we'd have an open bag of sand laying around again.
3.5 is the winner.
3.5's the winner. Man, I overestimated.
that's okay. We can always use more sand. I gotta rinse my hand off.
Oh, Ben says he's been telling people that 4 is really 7. Okay. Is it like 40 is the new 20? Except for 4 is the new 7? Yeah, I figured it would, June. So that's why we put the 4th bag in there.
Let's rinse my hands off in the pond.
Oh, Curtis says that means you have to get another tub to use up the sand.
Well,
Whoever guessed 3.5 was the right winner. Was that Shady Grady?
sand everything now.
Hey, Tommy.
Tommy. Welcome, Tommy.
Yep, it was Shady Grady. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, 'cause I don't have any prizes. I don't have my clip. I think I'm going to use
Just use that.
electric pump.
Yeah. Then it'll stay put. Do you need help?
No, I'm fine. Keep talking to people.
Garcia's back.
Nothing better on the watch on a Monday, I bet. Joey's done.
Oh, Nathan told Shady Grady that you have won a fabulous trip around the world.
Yeah.
Bye, Jamie. Thanks for coming.
How am I going to hold that there?
Is that going to open far enough to clamp down on that tube to hold it?
We'll see. Find out.
We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, but
Flashing everywhere.
that's active ones. We have non-active ones that we have to set up yet, but we're doing rearranging to get them in here.
Oh, look at it. Making it sink in the middle.
It'll all even out.
Flashing everywhere.
What if you put a towel on the top? That's better. Do you want to take over for a little bit?
Why? Don't you think I get to have a bit of a break after that? You go have your break first. You're working hard. Ladies first, because I love you. Aside from it sounding like I'm peeing, it's alright. That's going to drain down quicker than I thought. I don't know if I can just see like the chat from here. Oh goodness. It could be silty. You know, done it a few times, Benjamin. Just put that up on here for people to see here. Oh, it went away. It stays silty maybe 24 hours, depending on filtration. Run a filter and a little bit of the Seachem Clarity, a flocculant, and it kind of gets that siltiness, clumps it all together so the filter can take care of it. And a day and a half, and it's crystal clear. I've never had problems that much with the cloudiness lasting a long time. In fact, in this little tank here, I just put sand in that one with the water being full. Of course, I used cups and kind of lowered it in there and gently, and it was pretty silty. But all I'm running in that is a little sponge filter, and by the next morning is crystal clear. I can show you guys that one in a little bit, but I didn't take video of it. The play sand isn't quite as dirty as some other people may have said, and I don't know if it's this brand or what. I think the secret is using a flocculant. If you haven't known Seachem Clarity, I'll show you. It's pretty good stuff. It isn't horribly bad as far as chemicals go. It helps out with a lot of cloudiness issues. Green water, I've seen it clear that up before. I'm not a big fan of putting tons of chemicals and crap into the water, but, you know, oh, hey. My crappy light just burnt out. Might be time for a new light, too. I can see right through there right now. And see where the water is. It's pretty crystal clear already. Biggest thing is to not let it splash and stir up like in a big amount. Like running it on top of that spool first helps a lot, because it's dispersing it all around. If you were to just pour it in there, or take even a 5-gallon bucket or a hose in there, it's gonna blow all that silt everywhere. As long as it's gentle and slow, it doesn't really create a lot of silt. I'd say the water is a good 2 inches above the sand now. 2 to 3 inches. And I can see all the sand just perfectly clear. Yeah, June says that. Same thing, I find that to be true. No matter if I clean for 2 hours or 6, the filter clears it up by the next day. I don't know if that has to do with what we're talking about. It seems like it. If anyone has to take a bathroom break, we'll wait for you for a little bit. I understand the water sounds have to do that. That's probably why Katie had to take off. Man, I'm excited about this. On top of that spool, I'm going to do something different than normal. It used to have that gray filter right here on top of it. What I plan to do now is I got a little bridge figurine on there. I'll show you that a little bit closer later once this is done. But I bought this cool aquarium decor, like a arched bridge. It's just cool. I'll show you. Anyways, I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to use pea gravel and some lava rock. And I'm going to get a small pump that just kind of pumps up through the middle of that and keeps that top flooded, and put some different plants and whatnot in there to make it look like a little miniature wetlands. Kind of nerdy, I know. It's something I wanted to do. I looked at it and it looks cool. I wanted to try it out. And I think it will help with the filtration wise with the plants. 'Cause we're big believers in using plants for filtration more than anything, especially since the fact that I have to carry buckets of water. So water changes are done in this fish room as an absolute need only. And the more efficient that we can make things run, the more efficient that we can keep the water clean using other methods than just changing the water out, the better my back is. Katie's back. I was just telling them about my idea with the top of that spool. Put little plants, and we got that bridge. I'm going to show them later, kind of close up. It's
Kind of like a water fairy garden.
Yeah. Water gnomes.
Yeah, gnomes. Sorry, I was looking at the neighbor's new puppy.
In the cam that you're seeing, it does look rather silty, but if you can see where the water line is compared to where the sand stops, they're probably a good 4 to 5 inches deep now. And you can still see the black of the side of the tank. It's not cloudy at all. I'm looking at it in real life, and I can see all the grains of sand. It's not cloudy one bit.
No, not at all. It's crystal clear for the most part.
That 55-gallon tank, as you can see, is about half empty now. Splashing water everywhere. That's all right.
Nathan's got a comment for you.
Looks like you made a hole in the center for a pole so you can dance for us. Man, I'm a big fan of Fail Army, a channel here on YouTube, and some of my favorite fails on that channel are people that set up a camera to show off them doing something like stretching or yoga or
Anything.
pole dancing, and they're honestly trying to like show off them trying to be sexy or something. Look at me, I can do this, and it always ends badly. How many fail videos I've seen where the pole comes detached from the ceiling and comes crashing down. I love it every time. And I would certainly not try any pole dancing because I know better. First of all, it's going to look horrible. Second of all,
You're gonna get hurt.
I'm going to hurt myself, and I need to work to provide for my family.
On a serious note, Vibes wants to know what kind of filtration is going to be going into the 110.
Oh, that pond?
Yes.
It's our filter box of the same that Temu filter box that we showed in our other videos. I'll put the camera on it. Hold on.
Oh, that's something
The bottom's going to be lava rock.
you should pride yourself in, Tommy, is knowing the science of a DIY proper pole. Oh, Vibe is asking the turnover rate. How many gallons per hour on that pump?
There's no pump on it right now. It all depends on the pump that you attach to it.
No, what you're using to empty
Oh, that-
out.
That pump? I don't know. That transfer pump?
Yeah.
I don't know what the gallon. I don't know what the rating is. It's rather quick though. It's faster than a siphon, and
You kind of have to watch it because it goes quicker than you think.
someday I'll time a 5-gallon bucket, and of course it depends on the lift. But we got it. What?
Tommy's comments.
My mama said.
I didn't want to read it. I'll let everybody else read for their own.
No, we use the pump. Got it from a friend. Use it to transfer water instead of dumping 5-gallon pails directly into our aquariums, which causes catastrophe. And it just helps a lot with the back work.
Yeah, my coworker, who we got back into aquariuming.
Aquariuming?
Yeah, it's a new word for the day.
Aquariuming. Look it up. It's a real word.
Anyway, he had bought it, but he has the biggest tank he has is a 29. And where he has it and how he has a stand, it was too tall and too cumbersome for him to use. So he ended up giving it to us because he knew we had the larger tanks and how we lift all the buckets. Well, it works perfect for us. And then didn't it come with different types of
attachments and stuff?
attachments?
You can use it as like a power, like a gravel vac. It's got attachments for that. Never really got into having to use a gravel vac, especially since we don't use gravel. And
Right.
if we have substrated sand, and I'd rather just leave it alone. I don't touch it. So it's mostly a transfer pump for us.
Yeah, works great.
And for the low, low price of free.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That guy, our friend, his name is Jeff. We got a lot of friends named Jeff.
We do. I have 2 coworkers, Jeff.
And he's in the aquariums. Jeff's and aquariums go hand in hand. Anyways, he somehow got his way into getting free stuff to review.
He's on the
On
Amazon Vines.
Yeah, whatever that is. But he gets the stuff for free, reviews it, and gets to keep it. And a lot of times he just gives us stuff. Like he gave us that pump, and he gave us one of these things. I'll show you.
The only downfall to doing Amazon Vine, you have to pay all the tax on anything that you want to try for free. So it doesn't matter what you think is going to be cheap. You have to go by the value that Amazon would charge.
This is sterilization lamp. Never really used UV sterilization, but this is the kind that would go into like a sump because it exposes. You can't put it directly in the tank with the fish because if you didn't know already, UV light and fish do not mix well together. You're going to mess them up. And I don't have any sump filters yet, so
Well, he was thinking we might be able to use it in the pump filtration bucket in the pond, but
maybe. I don't know. But it was free from him. He didn't have a use for it and gave it to us, and it's cool. A bunch of Chinese writing on there.
June says she has it on 2 tanks. Both are by the windows, and it helps with the algae.
The only thing I don't like about the play sand is that you get this foam.
But that's
You see
barely
it kind of,
nothing in there, though.
yeah. It'll kind of go along the sides. I've found that if you take like a magic eraser and just kind of float it along the top, it sucks all that up.
Just like the pool ones. Takes the protein out of the pools.
Yeah. Then the same. I mean, we're not going to have fish in here for a while because they're all outside for the summer. It's going to get tons of plants, filtration. By the time we get fish in there, all that's going to be taken care of. Might put a few plecos in there in the meantime. Well, we're down. Yes, there's about an inch of water left in the 55 now.
Oh, don't say that, Jeff Kane. He said you broke it. We do have old media to put in there. It's currently in with the girls and down with the angels. It's kind of dispersed everywhere in other tanks.
What do we have?
She wants to know if we are going to use existing media.
In here? In the 55?
Do you mean in the 55 June or in the 110?
It's going to be fresh media. Filter media? Oh. No, I've got a few things to jumpstart it, and we're going to throw mom in there and whatnot. There's existing media somewhat in there, and I have some, but it's been sitting out for so long the bacteria is all dead. But we have bags of it that have been sitting in that 29 gallon. We've got blocks of stuff sitting in other tanks, and then from other filters and whatnot that I'm going to squeeze into it, and yeah, sound dumb. We'll get it established right away.
You know, I just realized we don't need my headphones.
No?
No, it's only you and I talking.
True.
I can take them off.
Headphone free.
I'm just so used to having to wear them. June says, squeeze it, baby. I don't know about the rest of you, but are your mosquitoes big enough to carry you away when you go outside? Because they sure are here. We went to Jake's cousin's place to go see their new fire pit area that they created. And I swear they were 4 times bigger than the ones here in town. They were like birds. Tommy said his mosquitoes are making him realize that he lives in the Matrix and I'm stuck in the Cretaceous period with them.
Cretaceous. Got a light under here.
Jake mounted the light yesterday. Benjamin says, I don't know if it was a mosquito or not, but there was a pile of poop on his porch this morning that's not usually there.
Mosquito poop.
Did you taste it to identify it, Benjamin? You know, like the true wildlife people. Yes, you did, Tommy. Just like a aquarium-ing. Good one, Brian. Brian asked if he ticked off the neighbors. Well, at least it wasn't a flaming bag of it.
I don't know why the autofocus doesn't work when I'm on here. Autofocus doesn't work good on my phone when I'm in StreamYard app. Maybe I should try it without the app or something, but it just won't focus.
It looked like wild critter poop because it was really dry and flaky. Some people are like that.
Dry and flaky.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright. So we got that done. It's 7 o'clock already.
Oh my goodness.
1 hour in.
What's your next step?
Next step is to wipe down the inside of the aquarium.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to take all the rest of the water out of there?
No, the little bit that's in there is fine.
Okay.
I was going to paint the back, but I don't know which method of paint I want to use. We've tried a few different kinds of paint and stuff. We've tried tinting. Right now what's on there is the back side of an actual aquarium background, where one side is black and the other side's got plantscape. And I didn't...
Cheesy plantscape.
Yeah. With the goldfish that are going in there, I'd rather just have a black background because it makes them pop, even though the black moors don't show up as well against it. They do have a nice glittery underbelly on them, so we're going to be able to see them. I just prefer the look of a black background on my tanks, as you can tell. On our tanks. They're mine. They're all mine.
Skull says fill the tub and get the filter running. Are we going to drag the hose in and fill it for the rest of the way? Let it sit.
Okay. Well, I'll have to go get the garden hose.
Oh, we don't have to do it right this second. I'm just asking if that's what you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We'll have to do it right now. What do you guys think? Should I grab the hose now and get that thing filled up? Quit screwing around, quit putting things off? Get some stuff done? Leave it up to the audience.
Jeff Kane says, do it, Jake. Now, you realize you're going to have to sit on that stool and hold that hose into that tank because it does get wild and it's going to come out of there and spray everywhere.
If I put it down in the middle of the spool.
The spool?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that would
just
help.
Bubble up.
Because when you filled the pool outside, it just went...
You'll have to hold my hose while I turn it on. Or you can turn it on and I'll hold my own hose. The hose, I mean.
Hey, Jorge.
It's really our hose. Well, it's your hose. You have a hose?
A flexible hose.
Use a hose. Hose. Use a hose. Use the hose. I said that you should use... Okay, that's enough.
Do you want me to go?
Mm-mm. I am going to grab the hose. Mm-hmm. I'm going to need this.
We'll see how long it takes him. Hopefully he remembers to not turn it on before he gets in here. So did anyone do anything fun this last weekend? You brought a bunch of ants in with that.
Hold on to it until I come back. Okay?
Yeah. Don't turn it on too hard. Bubbling like a bad septic line. Yeah. It just had to get the sand out of the way. No, the bottom. Yeah. Not bad. No. I don't think it's full enough to yet. No, not bad. If you're that worried, come check it yourself. Yeah, watching fish all weekend, if you find that fun, does count. Hey, as long as you're enjoying what you do and you find it fun, doesn't matter what other people think. Heck, I did laundry and dishes and cleaned the house. I couldn't really be outside today, but I tried to make everything fun that I did because I still wasn't at work. That sounds like a nice bunch of fish there, Nathan.
Lava rock.
That's filling up a lot quicker than... clean it before you put it in there.
It's just calcium.
Well, I know, but still. I just have to keep an eye on that tank because I have a feeling it's going to get almost to the top when someone finally notices.
Oh, God.
Curtis says, yeah, Jake, wipe it off. LOL.
Just the tip. Oh, God.
Yeah, you better hurry up and shut that off because it's got all the rest of the hose worth of water in there. Just in the nick of time.
Gotta shake it.
Shake it more than twice you're playing with it. Shady says filled the 55 back up. We're going to wait because we have to get the pool sand for the bottom. And then he wants to do a little tweaking and cleaning of the glass before we do anything with the water filling in there. He wants pool sand in the tank versus the play sand. And after we empty those bags, there's not nearly enough sand to go in that 55.
There's one whole bag in the quarter bag. Probably plenty. It's not going to get planted. It's goldfish.
Well, it's up to you what you want to do then. But I thought you wanted to clean it a little bit better.
This one was bad.
Jeff Kane says you're being lame.
Why?
He wants to know why. Because he didn't fall to peer pressure? Got fuzzies on it still.
That's fine. Fuzzies are good. Fish like fuzzies.
Yeah, they eat things they shouldn't.
This blade is dull.
Jeff said, sand is sand. Sand is sand is sand, except my yard sand, it's better sand.
I don't know if this is going to be big enough. Hole.
No, you probably won't see any bowing on the tub. June, it's an actual stock tank for like cattle and stuff, so it's made to withstand a lot of pressure. Yeah, we do leave that stock tank going all year, especially this year. Last year we emptied it when the fish went outside. But this time, because we have so many plants coming on and new babies on the plants, we're going to start putting them into this tank. and getting them to get larger and then to move them into other tanks. And once the fish come in here, of course, the goldfish, the plants that are in that tub are going to have to go to different tanks or we won't have them anymore.
That's a butt shot.
Thanks, something fishy.
It didn't turn on.
Don't get your finger stuck in that hole. Do you want a brush?
I need the pokey tool.
The wood one?
Yeah. There we go. Never mind.
The oh so technical term pokey tool. Yeah, they did. They're doing quite well, Jeff. Brian says if you want sand, bring buckets to the barbecue or dump truck, whatever you want. Foxy says they only have 100 million tons of it.
Yeah. Probably not going to haul a bunch of sand in my little Saab. But thanks for the offer. That's very nice, but it should be fine.
You have calcium all down the front of you. If you haven't noticed when you were at our house, Jeff Kane, Jake Saab doesn't haul heavy things that well. Yes, Jake is fancy.
What?
Benjamin says that's not calcium. You shook the hose too many times. Oh my goodness.
It's calcium deposits, okay?
Oh, we love the Temu filter. It's kind of a fail-safe thing, so that if the media inside gets too much malm or feed from the fish or whatever you'd like to say, waste built up, it'll go back into the pond and not on the floor. So you'll notice when it needs to be changed because there's a little fail-safe tube on there. And then it'll drain back down into a different area of the pond instead of overflowing from the top. Hey, Paul.
And clean the tubes.
Oh, it doesn't take much to overload that little Saab. Close at the 6 place sandbags.
Don't make fun of my Saab.
He's getting all defensive now.
I could kick any Beamer's ass in that thing. If you own a BMW, I will race you and beat you hard.
Hey, first class fish.
My phone's being choppy as hell. Look at that. I don't like that StreamYard app. It just nothing works very well on there.
I don't think it's compatible with your Apple very well.
It's fine. It's just it doesn't transmit as if you're using the browser. Look how choppy it is.
Skull says, I'll race you in a VW Beetle and I hope you don't cry.
Oh snap!
Jeff Kane says, trade it in for a Subaru.
Ick.
Benjamin says,
stronger pump on there.
it worked before.
I know, but I just want more water volume through it. It's kind of an old, worn pump. After this, I'll take it apart and clean it and get it everything running efficiently. Wasn't really set to have everything hooked up today, but since
All
there's
that
no
peer
fish in
pressure.
it- yeah, it's the peer pressure. I cave every time. And my goodness. So it's working. The other camera, this one would work better at showing it, but you can kind of see.
They're liking the 2-camera aspect tonight.
Yeah? Well, we'll work out some more bugs and be able to do that. Everything hates Apple.
I tried to warn them.
Well, the last video we posted, I shot it all, edited it all, uploaded it on the iPhone. And it was 100 times faster and simpler than using the computer. I was very pleased with it. Because I could just lounge on the couch with my feet up and edit the video. And it was relaxing, calming, and just much better experience.
Did you see Jeff's comment I posted?
Yeah, Katie's tank isn't in place yet. This is part of getting it done.
I know.
'Cause
He's just...
we have to, I know, he's playing. But for those who don't know, and we haven't talked about a zillion times, the 210-gallon aquarium. So much to be done with it yet. It's a shuffleboard game of getting things moved over here so you make room for that, move that to that. And if you don't understand what it's like to live in a situation where you have to move one thing to move another, I mean, it's just life.
I'll remember
Sounds like
that.
I'm making up excuses. Yeah, and I am. We'll get the 210 up, I promise.
So do I, June. Every day.
I'm going to show people.
No.
Yeah. I'll keep it off the garbage. We showed the garbage before anyways.
I just need Jake to make room to tip this on the side so I can scrape myself in those holes on the top to scrape it. Because he's having a hard time getting in there to scrape it without getting hurt. Don't jinx them, Curtis. So far, so good. Jeff. You're not on. Oh, yeah, you're on this one, but you're not on the main one. Pretty much, June. Plus, when you're accident prone to getting hurt. Yeah. It's really blurry, Jake.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's fine on my end. Whatever. That's because it cut out.
Curtis says you're too busy trying to keep a Saab running. No time for tanks.
Way on there, it's like frozen, but yours isn't.
Yeah, mine's not, but it was really blurry when you were showing them.
I hate computers.
I think you're pushing your luck. You don't want something to break now.
That's the thing. Trying to be a YouTuber, I have a strong history in computers, computer science. Went to a little bit of school for it, and I hate them. A YouTuber trying to be a YouTuber, and I hate computers. Because they never work. Unless you want to spend $5 million or something. So, can you guys actually... Is the shaky cam actually showing anything other than my thumb? Because it's actually showing the live view. Oh, now it popped back. On the other computer. Whatever. Who cares?
We do have a fish room tour video, don't we?
Yeah. It's not very up to date. I think that's back in January, maybe?
It's not too far.
January, February?
It still has the same tanks. It's just some are moved to different spots and one tank added or two.
It's about time we do like an update, but
Jeff said it's showing
lots
the
and
pond.
lots of videos. Check out our channel. Dig through our library. We have lots and lots of stuff on there. Our progression of being on YouTube, including our greenhouse stuff.
Brian, we actually had Jake's cousin Matt take his truck and us down to pick it up. About, an hour away from us or so?
Hour and a half.
Yeah. If we would have kept going, we could have went to Jeff Kane's.
Well, we did. I asked him if I could. It was in the middle of winter, and I asked him if I could take some footage. And he said, yeah, but just not in the house. And I really wish I could. Because this guy had two humongous tanks in this walk-in basement. With this two tents sitting by us. How much of that glitched out, I don't know.
Well, it's on mine.
I would have loved to do like a tour of his because he had tanks upstairs he talked about. He had two monster tanks downstairs. He's really into fish keeping, and he must know stuff about YouTube because in the bunch of crap that we got with it, and I say crap because it's a general term, a lot of good stuff, but he had a book. He had Caveman's book. It might still be in the garage there. But he said the reason he gave us a bunch of these sea chemicals and treatments and whatnot, because he was going completely chemical free with all of his tanks. So I don't know if he had... Yeah, about $400 in chemicals that he just gave to us, all sea chem products. Some of them are useful. Some of them I have no idea how what to use. PH. I think part of the problem is the internet connection, the Wi-Fi out here is not strong enough. I gotta fix all that. Anyways, it would be cool to do a would have been cool to do a tour of his place. I'd like to get in touch with him again, because as soon as I got in there, I saw our tank and I was excited for that, but all I wanted to do was look at his aquariums. And they started talking about them, and it was really, really cool. Meeting other people that are that serious into the hobby in real life and going into their homes and seeing their aquariums is just fantastic. And I wish I could have captured it more, but he wasn't too keen on us filming in there, and so I respected his wishes. Kind of told him what our channel was, but that was like back last November, December, somewhere in there. Anyways, what else are we gonna? Looks like, and I don't know if it's cutting out, but it's cutting out. I'll wait for Katie to get back, and then we're probably gonna sign off. I don't know. But for now, things are set up. I might just maybe take the shaky cam off. Maybe that's what's doing it. Too much bandwidth. Because I think that is sharing too much Wi-Fi at once or something, or my daughter decided to start playing video games inside. That'll happen, and then the bandwidth goes down. First world problems. Alright, Kitty. Anything you want to say to these mighty fine people? Look, we got 27 people on right now watching.
That's awesome.
I hope
Thank
you
you
all
guys.
hit the like button
Hi, Mike.
just to help us out. I know you guys like it anyways. You wouldn't
Hey,
be.
Jean.
But is
I agree, Jeff Kane.
anyone else has a channel they know that?
Connect your phone from the StreamYard app.
Yeah. Okay. We should say goodbye while we still can before it freezes out on us completely. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us tonight. Doing this stuff.
Thanks, Something Fishy. We hope you come back. Okay. We'll just go on the aspect to hear our voice and maybe not the camera.
Well, I don't know if they can hear us when it cuts out like that. Well, anyways.
Like always, thank you for coming. We appreciate and love you all. We hope you come back to our next live stream of Case of the Mondays. Sorry if we're exiting a little soon here, but we're having some glitches on the cameras and the laptops freezing up. So we're going to sign off for tonight. We've been going for a little over an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to see what's going on. So hopefully next week we don't have any more issues.
Yeah, it's just part of the thing. But thank you guys once again. And stay tuned for more videos. We're going to put some more content out there. And can't wait to meet a few of you that are in here in person. That's going to happen. I swear to it. Until then, Have a good week.
Brian says hashtag sob.
Hashtag sob. Yeah, if you're going to... Steamfont's usually on about this time, so if you're going over to Steamfont, when you go in there, say hi, put hashtag sob, SAAB.
Yeah, they don't know what you're talking about, so just let them wonder.
Yeah. And we'll see you over there if they're on. Anyways, thank you guys very
Bye, guys.
much.
Thank you.